guests on the call, just like to let you know that this call has been going on for 28 years. That means we've done over 336 consecutive Monday night calls, whether it's Christmas, New Year's, Memorial Day, or other holidays, we hold this call. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful thing for so many people, because we have an opportunity to hear from great speakers and people with practical and educated information for us that help us with our understand better about the great product that we have and what we have to share with the world. And like I say, we've been doing this for 28 years, and we can thank our leader, Cheryl Cortese, for being consistent in her effort to provide this call for us each and every week. Cheryl's unable to be on the call tonight and asked me to host the call, and it's with a great deal of pleasure that I welcome our special guest speaker tonight, Joseph Cannizzaro, medical doctor and national marketing director, to the call. Let me give you a little background about our speaker tonight. Dr. Cannizzaro has practiced pediatrics for 35 years with specialties in holistic integrative pediatrics, nutrition, and preventive medicine. He's the founder and managing pediatrician for the Cannizzaro Integrative Pediatrics Center. Dr. Cannizzaro did a fellowship at Walter Reed Army Hospital and is a registered medical technologist. He served as a captain in the Army and served at Army Hospital at West Point, New York. His medical degree was from the University of Bologna School of Medicine and Surgery in Bologna, Italy. A rotating internship followed and was done with Cornell University and New York Medical College. His pediatric residency was with Yale Healthcare System and University of Connecticut School of Medicine. He received his certification in holistic medicine from the American Board of Holistic Medicine. It's with a great deal of pleasure tonight I have the opportunity to introduce Dr. Cannizzaro. He is a friend. I've known him for many, many years. His subject tonight will be Juice Plus in the dawn of holistic integrative medicine. So, Dr. Cannizzaro, I turn the call over to you.
Oh, thank you very much, Pat, and I'd like to welcome everyone. I've been, this July, I've been a Juice Plus doc for 18 years, and it's really an honor and privilege to really have been asked to speak, and it always has been. I'd like to also add, I'd like to remember our prayers for those fellow soldiers. I was a former U.S. Army captain, as Pat mentioned, that gave their lives for us and love of their country. If you Google a speech given by General MacArthur, Douglas MacArthur, to 4,000 cadets at West Point, and it's entitled "Duty, Honor, and Country." It's quite a tribute to the servicemen at arms, and I'd like to recognize and thank all of the servicemen and women at arms that are protecting us, as Pat mentioned, in all branches of the service: active status, reserve status, Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force. My initial, comments, I'd like to make some points, some teaching points. I'd like to do it at the beginning of a talk when I guess all of us are most attentive. The holistic integrative pediatric type of medicine, we look for the root causes of problems, and we treat the whole patient and also the family, and we monitor their growth and development. And our primary tool to do this is nutrition. So, and we integrate other healing modalities into our evaluations and our management plans, including chiropractic, traditional Chinese medicine, herbology, acupuncture, oriental medicine, Ayurvedic medicine from India, and also mind-body medicine, meditation, yoga. It's all brought in wherever indicated. And I would advise you to Google holistic integrative medicine in your community, and seek out these practitioners if you don't have one for your family medical plan, and you'll find men and women that are practicing just like I am, for adults and, of course, children. We're in the midst of a chronic complex disease epidemic in the world. And many years ago, there was a vitamin deficiency epidemic and then infectious disease epidemic. But now it's chronic complex diseases. And they're called lifestyle diseases. And basically, they're all preventable. And a lot of times, for the most part, are reversible. And it's not a pharmaceutically based type of medicine. And these chronic complex diseases that fill the hospitals, all the patients in the hospitals, all the cancers, heart disease, cardiovascular, cerebrovascular, hypertension, diabetes, obesity. And the major cause of all of these is diet, far and above any other cause. So certainly Juice Plus fits right in here. And certainly we teach all the time a plant-based whole foods diet. And you can look at and this is this talk, by the way, and the Mediterranean diet pyramid is something that's nice to reference. When you look and see at the base, it's all fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and as you go up, poultry and seafood, and what I've seen through the years, in 18 years, I could publish volumes on testimonials, thousands and thousands of families. And Juice Plus was major responsible for converting people into beginning healthy lifestyle living. So my talk is really entitled The Optimal Benefits of and How to Reach Optimal Health with a Juice Plus Lifestyle. It's a treatise on the optimal benefits of Juice Plus to consume and to represent the company. Never in the history of nutritional research has evidence been more clear and consistent that a plant-based diet is best for long-term health. One theme to emerge is whole food synergy, or the observation that whole foods are more than the sum of their nutrient parts. Nutrients within the plants we consume work together in ways that are still only dimly understood. An apple has 12,000 micronutrients that work synergistically. Juice Plus combines whole foods while preserving the vitamins, antioxidants, and phytonutrients that we need. This line of supplements channels plant power into thoroughly researched formulations that support living life to the plus. We need to right our relationship to food. We must simplify our eating life, eat mostly plants, and avoid overeating. The ultimate key to a healthy diet is to eat real whole food that is alive, thus optimizing the healing potential present by eating an abundant variety of plant foods that promote health. Historically, the sourcing and preparation of meals was a sacred process. Our ancestors knew that maintaining a diet rich in whole living foods was an opportunity to love food that loved them back. The dietary approach that supports health and wellness for humans today is no different from that of our forebears. Whole foods contain a complex assembly of the right nutrients in the right proportions, housed by a matrix that provides an optimal context. Nutrition is the most influential determinant of our health as a whole. Our biology is intricately complex. The way our bodies create and maintain health is the result of thousands of years of existence of the body as part of a food web with all of nature. To know what and how to eat comes from cultural traditions which are based on a deep reservoir of food wisdom. Dietary wisdom is the distillation of an evolutionary process involving many people in many places discerning what promotes health and what doesn't. This knowledge underlies food habits, combinations, manners, rules, and both daily and seasonal practices. With this knowledge, we can eliminate our risk of premature death from chronic complex diseases. To achieve true prevention, we need to recognize the true preventive power of nutrition. It must be our own personal responsibility. Now, food processing and preservation. Many of the quote-unquote fresh foods in our supermarkets were picked early before ripening and shipped long distances, losing most of their nutrient content. Many of the fruits and vegetables that comprise Juice Plus are blended, juiced, and dried immediately after harvest in the fields. Others are flash frozen for later processing. The benefits of processing food include converting raw food into a usable form, storing perishable food, making produce available during off-season, helping in the preservation of food, and making food safe for consumption. Now, the principles of food preservation are removal of microorganisms to prevent microbial decomposition, capture and preserve nutrient content, protect food from self-decomposition by inactivating enzymes and preventing oxidation. The physical approach to food preservation is controlled reduction of water content by thermal processing. The most widely used methods to accomplish this is drying. Dating back to 12,000 BC, Middle East and Oriental cultures dried foods. Food drying is the least damaging form of food preservation. This is like Juice Plus, of course. Drying fruits, vegetables, berries, and grapes is the easiest, healthiest, and cheapest method to preserve fresh food. It's the way nature does it. Dehydration preserves the bioavailability of food by leaving vitamins, minerals, proteins, and enzymes intact. The purpose of drying is to preserve food by lowering the amount of water or moisture in food material to a point where microbial growth, bacteria, yeast, and mold, and chemical reactions, enzymatic deterioration cannot destroy food during storage. Drying does not destroy enzymes. The dried food is considered to be low enough in moisture to prevent enzymatic deterioration. Enzymes, of course, cause food to ripen as well. This is a major point. When water is added back to dried foods, the food returns to its original shape without degradation. Home gardening. Tower Gardens by Juice Plus provide another approach to preserve nutrients in the food that we eat daily, eating freshly harvested whole foods, picking and eating. These state-of-the-art vertical aeroponic growing systems use air or mist as the growing medium instead of soil. This proprietary technology allows you to raise your own fruits and vegetables at home. Constructed from food-grade plastic, the self-contained tower gardens are 5 feet in height to accommodate up to 20 plants. Compared to growing in soil, the proprietary technology housed in this compact system grows most vegetables, herbs, fruits, and flowers in less time. The work of growing food contributes to your health long before you sit down to eat it. There is something particularly rewarding about enlisting your body in its own sustenance. Much of what we call recreational exercise consists of pointless physical labor, so it is especially satisfying when we can give that labor a fulfilling purpose. One of the best ways to ensure that fruits and vegetables are included in your family's diet is to grow your own. With fresh and delicious produce picked at the peak of ripeness from the deck, patio, or balcony, who wouldn't want to eat more? A second reason to create a garden, homegrown fruits and vegetables taste better. Kids involved in the process naturally develop an increased interest in eating fresh foods that they grow and recognize and are more open to eat a variety of healthy foods. Traditional gardening can be time-consuming and untidy and requires access to workable soil. For busy families who don't have a yard or prefer to avoid the dirty work of pulling weeds, the tower gardens are a smart way to feed your family. There's no soil, and the aeroponic system manages its own nutrition and watering needs. Just set up the system, choose your plants, and add sunlight. I find the minimal work involved in maintaining a Juice Plus tower garden endlessly gratifying, especially in the hour immediately before dinner when I take a knife and basket out to the garden to harvest whatever has declared itself ripest and tastiest. The biology of plant-based foods. When we think it's time to harvest, each of our homegrown foods has its own way of announcing through change of color, shape, smell, and texture that the moment when it has the most to offer us, when it is at its sweetest and most nourishing, has arrived. With a Juice Plus Tower Garden, you can enjoy food so fresh it's alive, communicating with us by scent, color, and taste. The good grower and cook take in all this sensory information and only then decide what to do with their basket of possibilities. As the grower in your garden and the cook in your kitchen, you enjoy an omniscience about your food that no amount of supermarket study or label reading could hope to match. Having retaken control of the meal from food processors and scientists, you know exactly what is or is not in it. In the eye of the gardener and cook, food as alive as this reveals itself for what it is. No mere thing, but a web of relationships among a great many living beings, some human and some not, but each of them dependent on each other, all of them ultimately rooted in soil and nourished by sunlight. Biologically speaking, ripeness is that moment when the seed of a plant are ready to go off and germinate. This coincides with its greatest concentration of nutrients. Our bodies receive the signals and determine the plant is good to eat and begin producing enzymes to break it down. The function of a seed, beyond keeping a plant embryo moist, is to provide a developing embryo with nutrition. This stored food helps the embryo grow into the early stages of development. Through partially removing water and deactivating metabolic pathways, seed formation effectively concentrates nutrients that increase a young plant's chance of survival. In this respect, it is like the nutrient concentration and preservation accomplished by drying. Dried fruits, vegetables, berries, and grapes have greater nutrient density, greater fiber content, increased shelf life, and significantly greater antioxidant content per ounce compared to fresh fruits, vegetables, and berries and grapes. Dried fruit is a power-packed combination of natural sugar plus many essential nutrients that are more palatable than traditional supplements. The greatest benefit of dehydrated vegetables is that the nutrient content is left unchanged and they can be used to meet daily vegetable intake. Dehydrated produce preserves the full dietary fiber content, making it an excellent high-fiber food choice. Optimally healthy people take their dietary cues directly from Genesis 1:29. Then God said, "Behold, I have given you every plant-yielding seed that is on the surface of all the earth, and every tree which has fruit-yielding seed. It shall be your food for you." Relationships with food. We need to write our relationship with food. It's a relationship between plants and the soil, between the grower and the plants, between the grower and the cook, and between the cook and the people who will soon come to the table to enjoy the meal. It's a large community, and health is the ultimate outcome. The food we choose today is fundamental to our health tomorrow. We must not be disconnected from the food-mind-body link. We are what we eat. We must remain conscious of the benefits of good, healthy food and to care enough about ourselves to consider everything we put in our bodies. It is quality, not quantity, and eating should be enjoyable. Whole food products from Juice Plus can help you reach this goal. Pause and consider your food before you eat it. Think about the nutrition it has to offer your body. The individual who lives in close relationship with a world of plants still turns directly to nature for the satisfaction of his wants. The ideal relationship with food adds years to your life and life to your years. Now, what follows are tenets to accomplish what, how, when, where, to optimize your lifestyle for a longer, happier, and healthier life. Embark on a personal journey to create a pro-longevity environment in your home. It is how to think, how to eat, how to build social relationships that support good habits, how to dream, move, act, and grow plants. Habits will develop that are easy to adapt once you commit to making them work. Effective long-term behavior changes will arise from strategies that appeal to you most. Early successes will keep you motivated to achieve your ultimate lifestyle goals. Starting a career with the Juice Plus virtual franchise is a seamless way to integrate some of the following tenets into your daily practice. Imagine the unlimited potential that financial security from a part-time business would create for designing the life that you want to live. The franchise is characterized by a proven system that enables you to work from home, to share a brand name product with people in your personal network and beyond. Tenet number 1, move naturally. Be active without thinking about it. Sustain the effort and challenge yourself with increased activity. With yoga practice, you can increase balance, strengthen muscles, and increase flexibility. It promotes social support and spiritual centering. Start smart and plant a tower garden which uses your body's full range of motion. Walk to promote cardiovascular fitness. It's a stress buster. It aids in digestion and improves balance. Make a regular walking date where someone else is counting on you. This will motivate you to keep walking, have fun, and keep moving. Tenet number 2, reduce caloric intake by 20%. Did you know that a daily reduction of food intake by 20% goes unnoticed by most people? No diet yet studied works for everyone. We gain weight because we eat a little too much each day mindlessly. We must stop when we are no longer hungry, not when we are full. For the average person, the amount of food eaten is less a function of feeling full and more of a matter of what's around us. We eat because of circumstances, friends, family, the size of packages, the size of plates and glasses, names, numbers, labels, lights, colors, candles, shapes, smells, distractions, cupboards, and containers. Buy smaller packages, use smaller plates and glasses. You can make food look bigger by whipping smoothies to increase the volume. Prepare your own snacks or make snacking a hassle. Have a seat and eat more slowly. It allows time to sense and react to cues that tell us we are no longer hungry. Eat purposefully, appreciating the taste and texture, and feel nourished while eating slower. Eat fast and you eat more. If you focus on the food and just eat, you'll eat slower, consume less, and savor the food. Eat the majority of your daily food intake in the first half of the day. At noontime, the meals should have the greatest variety and be the largest meal. You will fuel your body for most of the day and have fewer cravings for sugary and fatty foods. Tenet number 3, plants on your plate. Reduce meat and processed foods. Our bodies can't store protein. Extra protein is converted into fat. We should have protein with every meal, plant protein in particular. We will feel fuller and avoid peaks and valleys of blood sugar levels that make us feel hungry. Tofu, or soybean curd, is a unique, perfect food, low in calories, high in proteins, minerals, and amino acids, and low in cholesterol. Phytoestrogens in this superfood contribute to the health of the blood vessels. Beans, whole grains, and vegetables are the cornerstones of longevity diets. High in fiber, antioxidants, and insoluble fiber, which has anti-cancer properties. They are low in cholesterol, they are clot blockers, and provide essential minerals. Legumes are good protein sources, high in fiber and flavonoids, known to reduce the incidence of heart attacks and colon cancer. The Juice Plus Complete Shake contains a broad profile of whole foods, including soy, chickpeas, and tofu. It's an easy way to take a filling meal with minimal empty calories. The best diets are the ones that balance calories between proteins, complex carbohydrates, and fats. It's important to eliminate trans fats and reduce one's intake of saturated fat and salt. Here are some helpful tips. Consume 2 vegetables at each meal. Reduce the consumption of meat to 2 times a week. The ideal portion for any meat should be no larger than a deck of cards. Showcase fruits and vegetables, especially the soybean. Remember that nuts are cardioprotective, high in unsaturated fats, soluble fiber, and vitamin E, and low in LDL cholesterol. Tenet 4, number 4, red grapes. 1 glass of red wine enjoyed with 1 meal creates an event, and we eat more slowly. Done with consistency and moderation, this ritual has been documented to lead to stress reduction. Additionally, the anti-inflammatory polyphenols in red wine are noted to scrub arteries, removing plaque and lowering heart disease risk. Tenet number 5, purpose-driven living. A strong sense of purpose essentially translates into why I wake up in the morning. High-functioning individuals who expressed a clear goal in life, something to get up for in the morning, something that made a difference, live longer and were mentally sharper than those who did not. To develop your sense of purpose, craft an answer to this question. Why did I get up in the morning? Answer with what you are passionate about, how you enjoy using your talents, and what is truly important to you. Work the Juice Plus franchise. Flow is a total oneness with the activity at hand, to feel fully immersed. This state is characterized by a sense of freedom, enjoyment, fulfillment, and skill. Temporal concerns, for example, time or food, are ignored. If you identify an activity that gives you a sense of flow, make it the focus of your job to begin operating with a deeper sense of purpose. This allows motivation to develop in your Juice Plus business. A new activity that has purpose keeps the brain sharper longer. Exercising the brain is really strength training for it. Learning something new is among the most powerful things you can do to preserve mental sharpness. For example, a new benefit that comes with taking Juice Plus. Another new and different manner in which a life changed for the better after Juice Plus consumption began. Find a trusted partner who can communicate your life purpose along with a plan of realizing it. Jay has taught us it takes 2. It must be someone who can help you honestly assess your plan and your successes. Franchises in the Juice Plus organization are plugged into a huge network of visionary leaders for support and guidance. Become more than just a part of the growing health and wellness industry. Start your own Juice Plus business that aligns with your values and core philosophy. Tenet number 6, relieve stress. With stress relief comes the ability to develop a sense of sublime serenity. It becomes easy to naturally slow down and not let life's precious moments pass us by. We can just stop and take in a view that we have seen many times, marveling at its beauty. Some of us create a sanctuary in time on Sunday morning during which we focus on God, our families, and nature. There's no work done, no organized sports or homework. Families just enjoy being together. Life is short. Don't run so fast that you miss it. Slowing down helps us live longer by reducing chronic inflammation. A relationship exists between chronic inflammation and aging. It causes negative changes in the body chemistry that build up and eventually cause or advance age-related illnesses. Slowing down ties together so many other tenets. Eat the right plant-based whole food diet, grass-fed meat, poultry, fresh-caught fish, fermented foods, and juice plus. Appreciating friends. Slowing down does this. Finding time for spirituality. Making family a priority. Applying one's innate creativity to a purpose. There are cultural institutions to encourage us to slow down and unwind and de-stress so we can create a space for our spiritual growth. Meditation and yoga are two ways to connect with deeper meaning while maintaining health. Meditation slows down our minds and through its focused concentration allows us to see the world as it is instead of how we imagine it to be. Rushing, worrying, or urgency come into perspective and fade in importance. Create a space in your home that is quiet and establish a regular meditation schedule. Try to meditate every day no matter what, 10 minutes with a goal to reach 30 minutes. Reduce noise by minimizing time spent with television, radio, and the internet. This helps reduce the amount of verbal clutter in your life. Most electronic entertainment just feeds mind chatter and works counter to the notion of slowing down. Be early. Plan to arrive 15 minutes early to every appointment. This one practice sidesteps the stress that arises from traffic, getting lost, or underestimating travel time. It allows us to slow down and focus before a meeting or event. Tenet number 7, belong. Participate in a spiritual community. Long-lived people all have faith. They belong to strong religious communities. The simple act of worship is a subtly powerful habit that seems to improve chances of more good years. The faithful just seem healthier and happier. People who attend church have a forced schedule of self-reflection, decompression, and stress-relieving meditation, either through regular prayer or sitting quietly during services. Religious communities also foster larger and denser social networks. People have higher self-esteem and self-worth because networking encourages positive expectations and can improve health. Juice Plus franchise is the epitome of networking. When individuals undertake and successfully act in ways prescribed by their perceived roles, their self-concept and sense of well-being are reinforced. The longevity-enhancing effect is a function of how involved the person becomes. Participating in an open-minded faith community cultivates a belief in the inherent worth and dignity of every person, along with acceptance and encouragement of each individual's own spiritual journey. Tenet number 8, make loved ones a priority. Family. The key is to marry, have children, and build lives around that core. This way, each day is imbued with family duty, ritual, and togetherness. When children reciprocate love and care to parents, it contributes to their longevity. Elders living with children have a decreased incidence of disease, have healthier diets, lower levels of stress, enhanced mental and social skills, and fewer accidents. Some strategies to put family at the center of life: get closer, create a home environment of togetherness, establish rituals. Children thrive on and enjoy repetition. One meal a day must be sacred. Traditions must be established. Celebrate holidays. Create a family shrine that serves as a constant reminder that we're not islands in time but connected to something bigger. Prioritize family first. Invest time and energy in children and your spouse and parents. Play with children. Nurture your marriage and honor your parents and other family mentors. Joining the Juice Plus franchise can be a solid step toward taking back your schedule. It's all about creating relationships between the customer and the representative of the business, which can be done at your child's soccer game, over coffee, while reconnecting with old college buddies, etc. This opportunity is not just about making money. There is a business culture that supports holistic health of everyone involved. Tenet number 9, surround yourself with like-minded people. This is the most powerful thing one can do to change one's life for the better. Your downline, upline, and sideline. Members of longevity cultures work and socialize together with one another, which reinforces prescribed behaviors of their cultures. The Juice Plus business promotes a healthy longevity culture, the Juice Plus culture. It's easy to adopt good habits if everyone around is practicing them around you. Social connectedness is ingrained. Many events and festivals require the whole community to pitch in, like Juice Plus Live. All their lives, mutual support networks are built. People with the most social connectedness, ties with friends and relatives, club memberships, and lovers of volunteerism live longer. Juice Plus representatives have all these. Women appear to have superior social support networks than men, and they live longer. They're more engaged and helpful to each other, and they're more willing and able to express feelings of grief or anger. The majority of Juice Plus representatives are women, 75%. Tenet number 9, identify your inner circle, downline, upline, sideline. Know the people who reinforce right habits and who support healthy habits and challenge you mentally. Be likable, no grumps. Likable people create social networks. Juice Plus business. Have frequent visitors, less stress, and more purposeful lives. Create time together with your inner circle. Establish a regular meeting time, training calls, regional events, home health events. Building strong relationship requires efforts. My conclusion, Pat, along my path with this company, I've found that personal growth is the greatest reward of all. We help so many people change their lives with an outstanding nutritional product and a simple, straightforward business. The integrity and stability of the company behind Juice Plus allows me to share both the product and the business with complete confidence. We have trusted leadership in the wellness industry and the backing of clinical research conducted at major academic institutions. The business approach is brilliant. The more you do to help others build a successful business, the more successful you become. And the Juice Plus franchise is a mission-driven model. The mission is inspiring healthy living around the world. Let's see. 150 doctors have done 4,500 research studies as to what keeps us healthy. There's only one common denominator. Eat fruits and vegetables. Embrace the Juice Plus health habit and let your radiant well-being inspire others to do the same. How much plus do you have in your life? Thank you for your attention. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you, Pat.
Very good. Pat? Yes. Dr. Cannizzaro, I want to thank you so much. I've listened to you train for the whole time you've been here. I've been in the business for 25 years myself. This is the most concise 30 minutes I've spent on health, nutrition, lifestyle, business, everything.
Oh, thank you, Pat.
Those 10 tenets wrap up a complete story of what we as Juice Plus distributors have to offer to the world. What a great blessing it is to have something like this that we can get our teeth into, that we can be part of, and that we can share one with another. I thank you so much for the time that you spent putting this together, many years of time that you spent in putting this together, because it doesn't just happen overnight, that's for sure.
Oh, thank you, Pat.
I'd like to unmute the lines and have everyone give you their thanks. 1 second.